So, ladies and gentlemen, Christmas has come early for you guys. Back-to-back days of not my reaction to the fight. I'll be live later on. Y'all can get my reaction later on. But back-to-back reactions from the A side of True School Sports. The one, the only, Pops. We just got done watching that Zuffa Boxing card. You know, Edgar Berlanga, he wins a 7th round stoppage in a shootout with Steven Butler. And Richardson Hitchins completely shuts out Ricardo Salas in his welterweight debut. So I want to get your thoughts on that, starting with Edgar Berlanga versus Steven Butler.
Yeah, first I want to say I've been very critical of Zuffa Boxing, but I must say I got to give credit where credit is due. Tonight was for me was one of the best cards that I actually enjoy watching. Not just that fight, a couple other fights that we've seen throughout the card, but that Berlanga and Hitchins wins were great. Shout out to the Brooklyn Knights. And what a fight today, man! I ain't gonna lie to you.
You got the Hagler Hearn. I think you got the Hagler Hearn show.
Oh yeah, you know
it was a shootout.
What a fight it was! Can I remind you back then when Hagler fought Leonard and so forth and so forth. But I think tonight I see a different Berlanga. I think if he did everything he was supposed to do. Credit to the Canadian. He was a tough Canadian. He had fist of rock in him too. He could throw, he could hit.
Dropped him in the first round.
First round. So he came in there and he put up a good fight. But for me, I seen a little, but even if I just see a little maturation in Berlanga. I seen him when he first came out, first couple of rounds. He was leading with that jab, setting everything up with the jab. And even when he got dropped and he came back the third round and fourth round when he wanted to go ahead and start fighting, he didn't lose his composure and he continued on and he did what he was supposed to do. Beat the fuck out of this guy. Let him know I'm back. New York, I'm back. So if he continues to mature like he's doing and learn that you have to be more patient and set everything off that jab, throw some more uppercuts, I think he have more arsenal, so I think he's going to get better. But I seen a big thing for him. Shout out to him. And also shout out to Hitchins. Hitchins came in there. He just schooled. He just took that guy.
Talk about that, because...
oh, my God. There was nothing there I could say about the Mexican guy but to say that he showed up and give him credit for that. But for Hitchins, man, he had a beautiful jab like he always had. He came in there, didn't rush nothing.
Controlled the ring.
And it's like something we both talked about Hitchins. He's comfortable in his own zone. He's comfortable in himself. He's comfortable in his own arsenal. He doesn't try to change anything, rush anything. He just goes along and does what he has to do and has no fear of it because he's so confident on his abilities. And it showed tonight. I was talking shit about him when he backed down from the Duarte fight. I said, oh, this motherfucker did this and that. But he moved up in weight, and obviously that was a big issue. But you can just tell from the time I remember I used to criticize Hitchins a lot. I wasn't a big fan of him. I seen a big, again, another growth in him. He's only going to get better, if not even better now with that jab. And the fight that I really want to see, I mentioned to you that I rather see is him against Dev.
You know, so we were watching the fights, and you said that to me, and I was very shocked because, you know, you don't necessarily like technical fighters. You do lean towards more the aggressive fighters. Mm-hmm. But why do you want to see Hitchins versus Devin Haney? What is it about that fight?
I think we always say styles make fights, and you got Devin Haney, who's actually technical. For me, he's more of a technical
fighter.
Fighter than he is very good.
But so is Hitchins. So if they're both technical,
right.
why do you want to see it?
Because the levels of both of them, and at the time right now, in their primes, it's a great fight to see. It's a chess game. It's a mind game. Who can win that fight? And Hitchins got a great jab. You already know Dev can throw that jab out there. He can also box. So I think this fight right here, to me, I'm not gonna say who's gonna win. I just say I want to see it. Lately, I've been pushing for Dev. So I want you to know that Mr. What's his name? Bill Haney. So I don't know what's changing me, but I think that this right here, these two guys, as far as styles, I think it'd be a perfect fight.
So let me get this straight, because we've done plenty of videos together over the years. Obviously, I know you better than anybody on earth.
Yeah.
Are you saying that you want to see this fight because it's too insanely high level technical fighters? Because you don't say these things normally.
No, I don't. But I started thinking about it, and I've been watching Devin. I always say, oh, he's not a killer. I don't think he should be this and that. But he's a beautiful technical, skillful fighter. But he also got power also. and we got the same thing from
Hitchins.
Hitchins.
So you're saying it's two elites
going at the right time, where people want to see it, and it can show. You know what I mean? Bring it on. And like Hitchins says, I want them all. I want them all. Hitchins wants everybody. So whether it's Devin, whether it's what do you call it?
I mean, Shakur, you got. Well, he's not gonna fight Shakur because they're brothers. But Keyshawn, he did have that run with Keyshawn earlier in the year.
So
you got a lot of fighters. Tiger Johnson's there, 47. Brian Norman Jr. is there, 47. He actually said Brian Norman Jr. was ass, so he could prove that against Brian Norman Jr.
Yeah, so I want to see. I just want to see all these fights. Especially these two guys right now. To me, the last two times that we talked about Devin
Haney and Hitchins.
For some reason, Hitchins, I want to see that fight. I want that fight to actually be made. So, Bill, if you're listening to me, I know you probably want to go.
Make sure you include Keith Conley too, Hitchins' manager.
Yeah, the man, Keith Conley. I like him. He speaks out for his fighters. He sticks with them, and I just like the way he represents and what I seen from him and something about him that I like. The same way that all of a sudden I flipped the coin and
for Bill?
Yeah, for Mr. Haney
for Devin
and Dev now. I think that their time has come up, and I think we're going to find out. You know what I mean? Why not? You know what I mean?
Is part of the reason you want to see that fight, we'll get back to Berlanga in a second, but is part of the reason you want to see that fight because of the fact that for Devin, it would kind of be like he, in a sense, he's fighting someone very similar to him? Is that what it is too?
Pretty much the styles. Yeah,
you want to see it? You want to see who could have offset who?
Yeah, pretty much the styles. Obviously, we see what a great fighter. I like what I see from Hitchins. I see more. He's got a good understanding of range and how he throws that jab. He doesn't rush anything. He doesn't throw off a line. He's really on it. Then you got there the coach says shoot the jab to the stomach, shoot to the top, and it's it's a chess match. And I think it'd be intriguing to see who really is going to be the king of the skill set between both of them. So in that fight, I like Hitchins.
Oh man.
But I'm going with Dev.
Yeah.
And this is not just playing around. For the last couple of times I've been seeing Dev. I think it's his time also. And of course, I can't hate on Hitchins, but I just think Dev. And he better not let me down.
Okay. Well, there you have it.
Me and Bill Haney gonna have some words.
Okay. But no. Okay, so you mentioned Hitchins. So Berlanga wins. I would definitely say, it's probably his best moment of his career since the knockout streak that put him on the map when he first came out. He's in an intriguing position because now he did look more mature. He did look more poised. He mentioned the Hamza Shiraz rematch. Hamza, I know you didn't get a chance to watch it. Hamza looked like dog water yesterday against some guy from Germany that we never heard of.
Wow. So you always been saying. Haven't you been saying about?
I've been saying Hamza ain't like that, and Ring Magazine's just propagating him. He's a good fighter. But they're trying to make him out like a killer. But
I think a lot of it has to do with the propaganda with Turkey and him Turkey fighter and Saudi Arabia fighters. Blah. So that's the only thing they really have to hang their heads on.
Well, he's not from Saudi. He's Pakistani, British.
I'll say whatever he is, but I'm just saying. The fact that he's with Turkey wants him, and the politics of it, that's why it's still there.
Okay. But Berlanga said he wanted that rematch. He also mentioned, you got what you call it? He mentioned Caleb Plant, which is a rivalry fight. He mentioned Eubank, which would be a big money fight, which is actually, knowing Keith Conley how he operates, I think that's the route they're going to try to go. With Eubank.
I mean, right now, I think
you got Pacheco, you got Munguia.
And I'm going to give credit to Mark, his trainer.
Mark Ferre.
I used to listen to him all the time, and blah, 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 and I would criticize. I'm crazy with what I say at times. But I was listening to his instructions in the corner, and he actually told him, stay focused, lead off that jab, and he listened to him. He told him, hey, you listening to me? He called me, hey, are you listening to what the fuck I'm saying? He's like that, but he's like, hey, Berlanga, are you listening? So, if Berlanga can continue the same with him, can continue growing, I would love to see him against a Pacheco of the world. I would like to see him, even against, you might not think so, but I think the Cuban, Puerto Rican, Morel's
at 175. He's not at 168 anymore.
I keep thinking he's at 168, but I'm saying, but just having Berlanga come back into the scene and show what he's done and his maturity. I wasn't even aware he was out a year from the ring.
Yeah, because he fought Hamza. His last fight was Hamza last summer.
Yeah, so I want him to come out there and fight who it wants to take, and I think if he continues to mature and listen and understand that there's more to boxing than just going for that head hunting.
Knockout. Yeah, because
it makes him a better fighter as a whole. He'll add more to his arsenal.
Yeah, because he was really athletic. You know, he is very athletic. He does have a lot of athletic tools to use, and he was using them in this fight really well.
I don't know how that
jab was really nice.
Yeah,
you know,
I don't know how this guy like held on to the way Berlanga was hitting him, Butler. I'm like,
he didn't know where he was
shit.
at a couple times.
No, he had to wiggle down. He had his legs wobble here and there. It was another universe, but Berlanga took his time and said, I'm gonna get him up.
I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. Like, I know there's no reason for it to happen. I want to see them fight again.
I think it's
I enjoyed the Butler.
The back and forth.
Yeah.
They really don't like each other.
Berlanga tried to swing on him when he was down on the canvas.
The referee fell over with him at the end of the fight when he stopped the fight. But I think that'd be another great. If anything all fails, which I don't think is going to happen. I think Berlanga's going to get better other fighters, better and go on with his career. But I would pay to see that fight.
Maybe down the road again. Maybe down the road, if Butler can get some wins. I'd love to see it again.
I'll tell you like this: I would rather see Butler than Shiraz.
Oh, damn.
And I'm only saying that because.
Oh, you're saying like for Berlanga, like
yeah, the Berlanga.
The styles. I mean, the styles. I don't know if I agree with you on that one. I enjoyed the fight. I would like the rematch at some point. Maybe not right now, but at some point I like the rematch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say the fight I think they're gonna go for is definitely Eubank. I think big money fight. You know.
Yeah.
You know, and you know what? Edgar hasn't fought in a year, and he's coming off a knockout loss, and that place is packed out for him.
I know.
Like people can say what they want, like, oh, he's limited, he's not good. The kid's a superstar.
Yeah,
he's a superstar.
You can say what you want. Like I was telling him too. I tagged him in a couple messages the other day when he said when he had they were interviewing before, but Zuffa was interviewing Berlanga about his dark side, and he had his times where he didn't know what to do, this and that. And at the end of the day, guys. One famous statement that my son let me stuck to me is gonna stick me from the rest of the die. Nobody fucking cares. What my point being is, Berlanga, don't worry about the outside noise. Like you always say, you love the appreciators and the haters. Just keep doing you, your family, and focus on you. You're always gonna have somebody say something, and it's great that you had to go through that to be a better person and a better individual and a better fighter in the ring.
Correct. So. Yeah, overall, a pretty good night of boxing. So,
man, it was good. Like I said, I was disappointed about one of the fights in there that I really wanted. I took it to heart.
You talk about it. I mean,
man.
You got Dominique Francis against Hector Sosa. You know, he's a good friend of ours. We've been knowing Dominique since 2019. When he was 2-0. We've seen his whole career being from South Florida, from Opelika, Boca Raton, all that stuff. He fought Hector Sosa. Hector Sosa's no slouch. Hector Sosa. Knocked out Jazz Diggins, who became world champion. He's fought Omar Trinidad, Luis Nunez, very experienced guy. And, Trap showed that he had the tools to compete, but he couldn't get over the hump because this guy was too heavy-handed, too experienced, too just mature in the sport from at this point.
Yeah, and another fight that I like, even though he lost, but he was an old veteran to the sport, and I really like him a lot.
Sergiy Derevyanchenko?
I liked him a lot.
Talk about him.
I liked that he came in there. And
against Jalil Hackett.
Hackett, a young buck that was hungry. 12-1 before this fight, went in there and showed out why he's going to be an upcoming star in that weight class. But just the fact that this guy is still fighting, he was in there, he was a dog. He just, like I said, grandfather time passes you by, the train passes you by, and you only can do so much to stay in the ring and fight. And I enjoy that. So for me, that was a win-win from both sides. From Hackett, because of what he did, he took a fight with a very experienced old fighter that could have easily was catching him a couple times with his right hand. He did good. And then I also like Troy. What's his name?
Troy Nash.
Yeah,
Shout out to Troy Nash, man.
Troy Nash.
Top U.S. amateur.
Colorado.
He beat from Colorado. He beat the Robert Garcia's fight. I can't remember his name right now, but the undefeated guy from Robert Garcia's gym. Shout out to Troy Nash, man. Good technical fighter. You can see his maturity in the sport already with 9 fights.
Oh man, he did, what I liked about him, and not to criticize the other friend,
Dominique Francis,
if Dominique would have applied some of the things he's learned from other fighters and young fighters like that, he stayed in the pocket, he moved up, he kept his distance, he didn't rush anything, and then you could attack and throw your arsenal when you had to throw it and back up and do all these things. You could be that better fighter. This guy's way far ahead in his time, and he's going to be something good to deal with. So the whole card, this card, and I'll leave with that is, to me, I really enjoy this card. I've been criticizing Dana White and all this shit. I didn't do it this time. And it was nice to see Ali's grandson there.
Oh well, one on this note, he ain't like Nico Ali Walsh. Nico Ali Walsh.
Yeah.
He said a whole bunch of, as Rick Laser would say,
Fire?
blue blah blah. Like he didn't see
Nothing?
he wasn't talking about shit. He wasn't talking about nothing.
Okay.
Like he's talking about they called me and we sat down and we had tea and fucking coffee and
That's it.
we're gonna talk about the fighters and I don't care about. Listen, man, he ain't really saying nothing.
Okay.
Like he ain't really saying nothing.
Okay.
And there's gonna be a resolution with this bill soon.
Yeah.
And I really think Nico Ali Walsh. I'm not trying to be judgmental.
No.
I think Nico Ali Walsh
Your opinion?
has a future in politics, and I feel like these guys have political connections.
Yeah.
So I also think that's kind of what that might be about. I don't know Nico Ali Walsh. I'm just telling you what I think from afar.
Your opinion, yeah. Well,
You
you never know, but like you said, because I didn't understand a lot of the hogwash.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Hogwash.
Yeah.
Straight hogwash.
Because I asked my son said, Dad, it's all hogwash. So, because I didn't understand it, and I knew it was Ali Act, but I didn't know how much. But we didn't want to prolong that. It was a great time. A shout out to Dana White. Hopefully, he gave $1 million bonus to the winner for winning the fight, the best fight of the night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm joking about the 10,000.
The bonus, yeah.
Yeah, but it was a great night tonight. Hopefully, we can continue putting good fights like that. The card was pretty good. And even last night, we were watching the other fights. The other fighters didn't make it to the fights. If they would have been there, that also would have been a good card that we seen last night.
Australia, yeah. Last thing I'll say is this. Shout out to Rian Scalia, the matchmaker. I've been knowing Ryan for years from back before he even started matchmaking. I actually, there's an interview somewhere on the archives of me interviewing Ryan and another guy at the 2016 WBC convention. And now Ryan is the main matchmaker for Zuffa Boxing. So he matched most of his card. They reference him. They reference him a couple times during the commentary. Mm-hmm. He put those fights together tonight, so he deserves credit as well. So shout out to Rian Scalia and good show overall.
So it was good. Shout out to Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? What's it go? Oh, that's on to Brooklyn. I don't New York City, Brooklyn. I forgot the name of the rap. It's a good song I can't remember right now. Anyways, have a good night. Thank you all. God bless. Thanks for supporting us. And shout out to Berlanga Hitchins.
There you go.